being wide open to God means getting involved in church. Putting not only your money, but your time and your efforts into a community that is bigger than you.
I've been so excited about this series because I really just have been looking forward to what God was going to show us as a church, as well as John and I.
So my wife and I have been consistently giving since we've been going to Daybreak, and we got comfortable into that giving. It felt as if we had arrived in a sense, and God had another idea in mind for us.
So one of the hardest things I've had to do is give him my time and my money.
Katie Beth and I were really approaching this Wide Open Generosity Initiative to listen to God and to see what He wanted us to do. Well, I didn't hear much. Katie Beth had a great couple ideas, so we came up with a number. And then we decided that, we could hit that number. It'll be a little tight, but we could do it.
Since they announced this whole thing in Vision Night, my struggle, my grappling hasn't been necessarily with whether or not to give. That's never been in question. It's always been what to give.
So then we bumped it up to a number that is going to take some sacrifice. It's going to take some faith. It's going to take some trust.
We actually think we're not able to do it. So I'm pretty excited to see what God's going to do in our lives now.
My time spent grappling has been whether or not spending money on brick and mortar was really what God intended us to do with all that kind of money. With those resources and things that we could do, was that what He really wanted us to do with it? But throughout the last month, He's opened my heart to show me that sometimes He speaks through those around us and through our leaders, and I have to learn to trust them and that He's working through them.
Being wide open is kind of taking that step where the future's unknown, but we're trusting Him. With what He has given us, what He will give us, and just being all in.
He wants more from us. He wants our hearts. It's not about the money. It's about the heart behind what we're giving. And is our source really Him, or is my source myself, my income, and what I can do?
Shared a story with the church family tonight about God giving my dad a chance to reveal His heart to me as he was walking to his last chemo treatment. He was almost literally walking to his grave when a homeless man stopped him and asked if he had any spare change. And my dad took out his wallet and he gave him everything that he had in his wallet. And I've told that story before, but I understand that story differently now. That it was really what God was doing through him for me to be witness to that. And just giving it all up and trusting that God's going to provide.
We're going to give up, our decisions to get beyond what we ever have, and we're going to get beyond what is comfortable for us and what stretches us to a point of, oh God, you're going to have to step in and provide.
And so I think my prayer that has been emerging out of this, especially even just this past week, has been more about, Lord, giving comes, but then what does it look like to move into greater places of surrender in all of my life?
It's just been such a blessing to be able to surrender that, and the next part of my journey to surrender more, and how that's going to show in His kingdom. And I may never know, but God knows, and I do know that it's going to be a blessing to a lot of people. So amen to that.